So welcome back to the channel. I'm Helen.
I'm James.
And we are Global Nomads. And in 2024, we sold everything we own to travel the world full time. We filmed this video in June 2024, about 2 months into our full-time travel. And we thought we'd share with you what we packed, what we didn't pack, in just our carry-on suitcases and some changes we made along the way. If you're interested in any of the products that we used, you will find links in the description so that you can go straight to there. We'll try and find things that are as close as possible, if not the same thing.
In this episode, we look at my case. Helen does the presentation because Helen does all the packing and I do the unpacking. So sit back and enjoy as Helen goes through my case.
Hi and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, we are Helen and James and we are Global Nomads. We sold everything we own to travel the world full time. If you've seen our other video, you would have seen packing with Helen, with Helen's things. Today is going to be packing with Helen because Helen does pack everything. But today we're going to look at James's things. I thought I'd give you an insight into what we take with us when we're on the road. We do travel carry-on only. So this is basically everything that we take with us, everything we own. So there is a hard-sided suitcase and a backpack. Starting off with what we have, we both have the same thing. So if you saw the other video, this will be the same. We do have the Monos carry-on suitcase. This is the plus version, the bigger version. I did make the decision to risk that it is very slightly too large for some airlines. This one actually comes in at 23 by 15 by I think 9. Most airlines top out at 22 by 14 by 8.5. You know, that varies by airline to airline. So it is very, very slightly too big. But I decided I wanted to try and max out what we took, and I was going to take that chance that potentially there may be a time in the future we do have to gate check it. So far so good, knock on wood. In the past few months that we got these cases last July and it's now June, so we've had them all coming on a year, and during that time we have been on most major airlines in the US, so JetBlue, Spirit, American, United, Delta, and we have an Alaska flight coming up soon. And we haven't had any problems whatsoever. We've not been questioned about the size for this. Some of the sizes, we have tried it in the airport. Some of the sizes it does fit in, but I know that there'll be ones that don't. But so far so good, it's a great suitcase. The backpack we use, these are actually different backpacks to the ones that we started out with. We did have, if you see them on Amazon, tons of people have them. The Lavuk, it's like a tote. They call it a tote pack. It looks like a backpack, but it can be a tote bag too. We did start out with those, but they are shaped at the top. So they start out wide. If you imagine a side profile, it starts out wide, then kind of angles in. So really at the top, you were losing space by it not being square. So we decided to lose those, and we got these about, I don't know, 5 weeks ago now. And this is by a company called Fenri Gear, and they are on Amazon. They're not crazy expensive. I think these were about $60, $70, something like that. They are this kind of nice waterproof fabric, and it has tons of pockets, but I'm going to show you all the details on this when we get to it. But again, so far so good with this. So I'm going to pop the backpack on the floor, open the case up and show you what's in here. So these cases, as I said, are the slightly bigger one. They are a zip, and if you can see at the front here, they do have a TSA lock on too. So if you are concerned, if you did have to gate check it, you can lock it, no problem. So I think I mentioned before as well on mine, the only issue we found with them so far is if you really, really jam them full, which honestly you can. If you can see when I unzip this, it'll like spring open. I mean, we can lean on these. You can really jam them and give them some abuse. The only thing that does happen is the handle doesn't then always telescope either all the way up, or it can be stiff. it's really kind of the only issue we found with it so far. So I'm going to open this up. They have got pretty scuffed already, I will say. I kind of consider them to be, you know, kind of travel memories, let's call them, not scuffs. So they are pretty scuffed, but like I said, they've held up really well and they roll really well too. So let's start with this side, because this side's the easiest one. On this side we've got our laundry bags. I got these again on Amazon. Most stuff you'll see I got on Amazon. Zip up laundry bags. They're like a kind of waterproof fabric. They're great when we are somewhere for a few days. I hang them on a hanger in the wardrobe or in the closet. They've got zips on, and then we can throw our dirty laundry in there. And then like today we just did laundry. We're in a hotel in Vancouver, Canada right now. You can just pick that up and take it down to the laundry machines. So they work out really well. I've also used them to separate dirty laundry from clean laundry when we've been moving place to place. So they've worked out well. This half of the case is primarily clothes. Now, if you saw my video, you'll see that basically my whole case is clothes. James has less clothes than me, it's fair to say. I think that's pretty common when you see these type of videos with couples that travel. So only half of his case is clothes, that's all of mine is. And he does have a couple of things of mine in here too. The first of which is this, I'm going to show you, which I love. If you are not familiar with these, it's called a makeup eraser. They're absolutely fantastic. So all you need to do, it's like a special kind of cloth. It's like a microfiber cloth. You just wet it and you can wipe all your makeup off. No need for wipes or anything else, literally just water. And it even gets mascara, everything. My face feels so clean when I've used this. And then once you've used it a few times, you just throw it in the washing machine and you're good to go again. Absolutely love it. Let me unhook this. Oh, I didn't mention, this did originally have a compression kind of plate, I don't know what to call it. It had like a wire frame and then a fabric in the middle, like a mesh fabric in the middle, and you could put it over to help compress things down. We actually took those out and lost them because we felt really, honestly, like it just took up more room. It didn't really seem to do anything any more than the straps did. You already had the compression straps. So we took it out and ditched it. So starting off in the middle, we have our little first aid kit. And it is, you can see it's small. We don't carry too much. I used to carry way more stuff, and honestly, you don't need to, because wherever you are, you can buy stuff. You really don't need to. This is just emergency stuff I've got in here, like mosquitoes love me, so I've got an afterbite pen in here. A little bit of Neosporin. We've come from the US, I love Neosporin. If you're in the UK, it's like Germaline, that kind of stuff. I have a thermometer. Band-aids, plasters, my UK friends, some cold remedies and Tums, that kind of stuff, just basic stuff. There's honestly really not that much in there because like I said, you can buy stuff. You don't need to be toting around a load of stuff. Then I had these little pouches, which again I love. Got these on Amazon. These are just like a mesh pouch, and I have in here my hair grips, like the claw clips, which I use a lot of. I've got a few of those in there. This one has a few little odd things in. So I have a little hotel sewing kit that I stole. A carabiner, never know when you'll need one of those to hook something onto your backpack. A little pair of TSA compliant scissors. I actually have a couple pairs of these because I had to buy 4, so they're kind of thrown in various places. But there's a pair in there. Let me do that up without cutting my finger off. There we go. And what else have we got in here? Oh, a lock. So if you have to put anything on a train or somewhere where you don't want to leave your luggage, you can attach it to something. It's like a cable that pops out and it's got combination lock on. And then the last, this thing in here is one of those things that you can screw, screw on your glasses or your sunglasses if that comes loose. So that goes in there. And the final thing, oh no, one more thing. These little things, I don't know if you can see these little tiny things that are on the end of here, but these are little tiny hooks, and you can, if you've got zippers on your backpack, you can put one in through one zipper and one in through the other, so nobody could come up behind you and open up those zips and steal anything. So I have a couple of those just attached here. And then this little gadget, you're gonna love this. I actually saw this on another YouTuber's channel as a tip, and I thought it was really clever. This is actually a thing to hold baseball caps. So these little clips would hold the peak bit of the cap. It's actually Velcro, so you can hook this over a coat hanger really well and it'll hang. We use this to hang our underwear on or our socks on when we have to do laundry in the hotel, and it works really, really well. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room. I know it cost, again, Amazon, I think it was, I don't know, $5 or $6. It didn't cost a lot. And then you can just roll it up and it'll go back in there. So that's that little pouch. We have got a workout t-shirt for James here. Just, it's an odd one, so I kind of push it down the side. Now, usually down this side would be my tripod for my camera, but we're using it to video this right now, but this is what it goes in. It's a really fantastic travel tripod. It's by Peak Design. I used to have for any camera people out there, I used to have a three-legged thing, travel tripod that I used for years and years, and I loved it. But it was much bigger and bulkier than this. This one's carbon fiber and literally fits in here, and I think weighs about 3 pounds, which is fantastic, and it's really sturdy. So that's my tripod that's normally in there. This little thing, I'm not going to take it out because I'll have to wrestle it back in, but basically it's a water bladder by Hydro Pack, and it's 4 litres, and it folds down, as you can see, it collapses down. We drink a lot of water, and to save, keep buying bottles. It's obviously better for the environment. A lot of hotels and a lot of places now will have water available, so we just take this down, fill it up, and you've got water to use. So clothes, literally, oh, one more thing. I have got a fold up grocery bag. We actually have 2 or 3 of these dotted around. They're really useful. Obviously, a lot of places don't provide shopping bags if you go get your groceries. We've actually used them on Amtrak when we've gone on there too, and we wanted to just carry stuff for the night. Lots of uses for these, so I think we've got like 3 of them, like I said, dotted around. So clothes, James has 3 packing cubes with clothes. This is a good demonstration of compression packing cubes. I mentioned before that I am absolutely 100% team packing cube because I love the organization of them. I love just being able to have everything, know where it is. One's got tops, one's got bottoms, one's got shirts, and I just love that it's organized. So this one is not compressed. This one is. So that gives you a good idea how much they will compress down. Having said that, I find they work better for certain types of fabrics. So for example, this one has James's trousers. I think there's 1 pair of trousers in here, 3 pairs of shorts. And they're that kind of thin, kind of hiking type fabric. So they will go down really flat. You can see they compress down really nicely in here. I think there's 1 pair of trousers and 3 shorts in here. It goes down nice and flat. The t-shirts, however, are more of a poly spandex. I kind of do this kind of hybrid Marie Kondo type thing. So I fold them into like an envelope and then stand them up. So then you can see what each color is. Just pull one out when you're finished. When it's washed, roll it up, put it back in the same place. The only thing with doing this is it doesn't compress down very well. And honestly, even if I laid this many out, it wouldn't compress down. So you know, it's got a pros and cons for both. Like I said, I love packing cubes, so I've been very happy with these cubes. These are GoNex packing cubes, again from Amazon. So in here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 t-shirts, and obviously another one he'll be wearing usually. So 7 short sleeve t-shirts, and then this is by 32 Degrees Cool. Love their stuff, really inexpensive, pretty decent quality. He doesn't wear a whole lot of long sleeve t-shirts, so this was good. I think it was like $12 or something. Can be really useful. We did invest in one. If you saw my other video, you would have seen me talk about merino wool and how much I love it. So for Christmas, I did get him a long sleeve merino wool top too. Merino's awesome. It's moisture wicking, will keep you cool, will keep you warm. It's thin, packs down, you can layer it. It's absolutely fantastic fabric. And best of all, for people like us, you don't need to wash it. You can literally wear this stuff for like 6 or 7 days without washing it, and it's not gonna smell. I promise, I promise. We've only pushed it to like 4 days, I think, is the most we've done, but it works. This last cube has in, again, you can see this one's compressed down. I think he's got 2 shirts in here, 2 kind of button-down dress shirts, and a pair of sleep shorts in that one. And then I bought him a merino wool hat because we started out and it was much colder than we thought it was going to be, and we got to Jackson, one of our first stops, and it was snowing. And when I say snowing, I mean a blizzard, which we were not expecting. So we did order on Amazon and got that added. So he has a merino hat. I have a camera cleaning cloth in here. Just a thingy cloth, a microfiber cloth. And then this is a dry bag. So this is by Sea to Summit. It's a pretty decent sized one. And the thing is, you put your things in there and then you can roll this down and tie it up, and everything in there will stay dry. We have also used it for, which we haven't used it to keep anything dry yet because we haven't been anywhere we've necessarily had to do that. But what we did use it for, in Glacier National Park, a lot of the hotels there do not have AC or ice machines or fridges or TVs. And I have medication and we have drinks and stuff we needed to keep cool. So we bought a cheap styrofoam cooler, and then we filled this up with ice just next to the gas station, filled this up with ice, did not leak at all, put it in the cooler, works like a charm. So we have used it for that. I've seen other YouTube as well use them for washing laundry. So if your sink's not big enough or you don't have access to a sink, you can throw some water in here and some detergent and wash your clothes in here too. So this side is more the fun side. Lots of odd things in here I'm going to go through. Oh, before I open this up, shouldn't forget, in this little pocket on the front, we keep Ziploc bags. So many uses for these. We've used them for food when we've had leftovers, put wet things in there, put little bits and bobs in there, always have use for them. We just restocked actually at the dollar store here. So in this side, we have his last packing cube, which is undies. Undies and socks in this one. This is actually an Amazon brand packing cube, not compression, but these are actually really good quality. I bought a few of them, and they're just the Amazon Basics brand, and they work really well. And then I have a microphone for the phone or my camera, works for both. Shower loofahs, we keep them squished down here just in a plastic bag to keep them dry. And then this one is our electronics bag. So if you saw my other video, you would have seen me use these bags before. Again, another Amazon find. I really like them because they're clear, you can see what's in here. I'm just going to show you a couple things that we have in here. It's a pretty hefty bag, honestly. The only thing that's missing out of here is we do travel with a Fire Stick. That usually goes in here, but it isn't in here right now. So this is all our various cables for things, our devices. So we have a travel extension I think this is about 6 feet from memory, and the cable just wraps around it. 2 US plugs, works like a charm. We have a travel adapter. This comes apart, another Amazon purchase, and you just plug in the various bits you need for whatever country you're in. I do like this because if you have been to some countries, you'll know if you try and use a big adapter that's like this size, they fall out the wall and you can't keep them in. Using something this size, you can see that whatever country you're in, it's going to be smaller. So that's the travel adapter. Then we have our Anker power thingy. I'm not sure what it's called. I don't do electronics. I'm just doing this bit. This is not my department. So it's an Anker power brick thing, and one plug, so I can plug this into one plug, but then I can plug in on here USB-C, 1, 2, 3 USB-Cs, and the other one, that name escapes me. There's things on there, trust me. And then these, which I love. I absolutely love these. This is a 3-in-1 charger. So you stand this bit on the bottom, on the ground. It sits like this on your table, on your bedside cabinet. And then this bit flips out to put your watch on, and it'll charge there wirelessly. And then your phone with that magnet thing that I can't remember what Apple call it, will MagSafe, is that it? Yeah, that's it. James is nodding at me. It will grip on here and stay on here. And then the bottom, you can charge your earpods. So you can just have this on your nightstand, have one plug into it, a USB-C into it, and charge 3 things all at the same time. And then when you're done, it just folds down into that. How awesome is that? I love this. I really love this. I think it's one of the best things we bought. And then we've just got a couple of, I don't know, brick things in here. Like I said, electronics is not my department, and James's AirPods. So that's the electronics one. That's for the microphone. So then we have some bathroom scales. We were really concerned when we started this journey that we would gain a whole ton of weight. Simply because you can't always eat regularly or eat the best food. We've actually been doing pretty good so far. We both actually lost weight since we left. But we are able to monitor that because we have our bathroom scales. So they're like a mini travel set. I think they were like 20 bucks on Amazon. Again, not crazy expensive. And then in the bottom here we have, my packet's getting a little, looks a little bit worn already, but these are laundry sheets. If you may have seen them before, but basically they're great for travel because this just folds up. When we go into our laundry, you take your sheet out, use a full sheet, a half sheet, whatever, however much you're washing, and you're good to go. So they work well. Obviously non-liquid, which is always what you're looking for when you carry on only. Although hopefully all this liquid thing will change. It's supposed to be, but who knows. So this little cube has in our toiletry items. And the one thing that is missing out of here, which I actually put down here because I was using it, is my travel makeup mirror. That usually lives in here too, which flips out and lights up as well. So that usually sits in the bottom here, has different color settings. There we go. So that usually lives in the bottom. I've got some Tide to Go wipes in here, stain removal wipes. I have our travel toothbrushes, which are Sonicare travel toothbrushes. They are not as heavy duty as the regular Sonicare brushes, obviously, because this is a travel version, but they just take a USB-C to recharge them, which is great, no batteries. And they come in a nice little case, and it honestly really isn't any bigger than a regular toothbrush would be, so we like those. And I have a couple of spare heads for mine in here. My razor, some Q-tips, a foot file, because I have horrible feet, foot file, that's like the smaller version, some tweezers, the batteries for the bathroom scales, spare razor for James, James's hairbrush, a nail file, his toothbrush, some floss stick things, I like these rather than the actual floss, way easier. They're cheap on Amazon again, his and hers. And my hairbrush, which again, I love this. If you're familiar with wet brushes, I really, really like them because I have really thick hair, and wet brushes will go through your hair when it's tangled or wet or whatever. And this is a travel wet brush, so it folds in half, and then you can see the prongs. You may be able to see the prongs are kind of pushed in. If I push from the backwards, out come the prongs. And it also has a little mirror in here too. And then when you're done, you push the prongs back in and it folds up. It's great. So that's my hairbrush. And then the last thing I have in here is, again, we talked about the liquids, are shampoo and conditioner bars, which if you are not familiar with, again, a real game changer. So they're just, this one is actually body wash. I have a body wash one too. They look like this, basically though, shampoo and conditioner, and they last forever. You really don't need to use very much. Just to get in the shower, rub your hands around it a couple times, shampoo, and it lathers up. And it's really, really nice. These ones are by a company called Kitsch. There's lots of people out there that make them. And these are the rice protein ones. I've really, really liked them. You know, like I said, tons of versions out there. And these are in little bags by a company called Matador. And these bags are like magic bags. You can put your wet bar in here, your shampoo bar or your shower bar, whichever bar you have, and it won't go gunky. Basically, you pop it in here and it will dry. As if by magic, it won't leak and it won't be gunky. They're fantastic. So I actually have 4 in here because I've got my shampoo and conditioner in them, the shower bar, and this is a shaving bar. So no liquids at all. So very happy with those. And then just like the other wet bag, the bigger version, you fold the top over, roll it down, and then clip this little hook. Done. So there's a lot of stuff in that one. And then our final one in here is what we affectionately refer to as the kitchen sink, because it feels like it does have everything in but the kitchen sink. So as we are British, and our British viewers and friends out there will know, we cannot travel without our tea. So we have, and these are Tetley, people, proper tea bags. Tetley tea bags in here. And don't give me any of that Yorkshire tea thing if that's what you're into, because I'm not, all right? Tetley. And I also travel with my Hermesita sweeteners. I tried a ton of sweeteners in the US and they all tasted so artificial to me. I always used Hermesitas when we lived in England. So we can buy them on Amazon. So I have my Hermesitas in here as well for my tea. I don't have sweetener in anything else, but I do like it in my tea. And of course, if you've got tea bags, what do you need? Well, you need a kettle. So this is our travel kettle. And as you can see, it folds down. And then when you are ready to use it, ta-da, it's silicone and it pops up. And then the handle, I won't unclip the handle, but the handle comes off and pops on the side too. And we have the power cable. So that's our tea kettle. And this makes just enough in there for 2 cups of tea, which is useful. And if you've got tea, you need a cup to drink it in. So we have these little travel cups. So they come with a lid. We don't usually use the lid, but you could use it as a travel cup with a lid. And then again, they are silicone. This bit becomes the cover for it. And then it pops out. And you have like this kind of, like those rings you get at Starbucks to keep your hands from burning on the, and it makes it a little bit more rigid too. And you can have your tea in there. So that's our tea and kettle, our cups and kettle, sorry. And then when you want to put it away, you just push it down. And as if by magic, it goes back in. And that bit will go underneath. And then it'll go back on top. So we have James's blue and I'm green. And then we also travel with these as well, which are collapsible food containers, like a Tupperware container. So the lid comes off. You can see they've got these snap lids, same company as the cups, and it's flat, so you can use it as a plate if you wanted to use it as a plate, or you can pop it out and you've got a bowl. We've used these for all sorts of things, honestly. If we've had access to a microwave, we'll have soup for dinner, or we've had cereal. We have used them quite a few times. Just handy to have, don't weigh a lot. They work for us again. He's blue and I'm green. And then, is this the last thing? Yeah, the final thing that's in here. Oh no, one more thing. This is the same kind of principle, but it's for washing makeup brushes. So it's got the little grooves in the bottom if you've ever washed your makeup brushes, and again, it pops up collapsible so that you can put water in and wash your makeup brushes. And I actually just used it. And then it will fold down flat and goes back in here. And then the last thing we have in here is this little multi-tool thing, which is TSA approved. And again, like I said, we've flown several airlines on it, haven't had a problem. And it's one of those things that has like a bottle opener, a knife, a pair of scissors, a screwdriver. It's one of those little gadget things. And we did use it for something already. I can't remember what, but we did use it. And like I said, got it through TSA, no problem. So that's everything in the case, which is a lot, I know. There's a lot in there. So I'm gonna move that to the side because I won't make you watch me pack it all up again. And then I'm gonna show you, let me move these out of the way too. I'm gonna show you the backpack and what we've got in there. Okay, so like I said, company called Fenry. We really liked these so far. Nice waterproof fabric, and they have a ton of pockets on them. The other big thing we like about them is they are expandable. So this is in the unexpanded size, which pretty much perfectly fits personal item sizes on like most airlines. I got the maximum again, but it's pretty much up there. Again, we've flown 2 or 3 airlines with it already, no problem. It does have nice padded straps if you're going to use it as a backpack. We typically don't, we just put it on top of the cases, but if you wanted to, it does have nice straps. And there's also a chest strap here too. There's some padding on the back as well. If you were going to carry it, it's pretty well padded, pretty good, cushy. The bottom is also padded, and this also hides one of our first pockets, which, let me try and do that so you can see, there's a pocket here which kind of runs the whole width of the bag. So that's the first pocket on the back, pretty useful. We've then got a laptop sleeve on the back, a separate laptop sleeve, and there is also another half sleeve that you can put an iPad in. Moving round to each side has these buckles, so it will keep it a little bit more secure if you need it to. And so there's a handle on the side and a handle on the top as well. And then on this side is a water bottle storage area. And probably this would be, so far my only complaint about this is it's a bit small. You can fit a 16 ounce bottle in here, but we carry, I'm going to show you them at the end, 24 ounce insulated cups, and they don't really fit in here. You can put them in if you then use this strap to buckle them onto the top and kind of MacGyver it a little bit, but that would be my only complaint, is these are just not very big. If they were, this would be close to perfect, honestly. So moving around to the front, we've got all sorts of pockets. There's a little pocket here on the very front, which again goes the width. There's a pocket here, which is kind of passport sized if you're going to put your passport in here. And then on this side is a deeper pocket, and in here we have got our packable backpack. So if we're going to go out for the day, or we just want an extra bag. It's handy, like I said, to have an extra bag. This is a lot more sturdy than just the regular one of these kind of packable ones to carry groceries. I think this is weighted to take up to like 50 pounds in weight or something. This is by Patagonia. It actually does have its own sleeve in here that you can pack it down into itself, but we found just folding it in half and fitting it in here, it fits in here perfectly. Again, this is a tote pack, so you can carry it as a bag, or in the back here there's a sleeve that has backpack sleeve straps too, and when you don't want to use them you can just tuck them away. Super strong, also zips on the top, which has been really useful. I'll admit, we went on Amtrak and we lost a couple of things because they were in just one of these bags and something fell out. We didn't realise, we got off the train and we're like, oh, well, we lost that. So we really wanted something with a zip, why we got this. It does have a couple of big pockets on the side for, you can put a drink in here. Again, we've put our 24-ounce bottles in here though, and they seem a bit big. These are really stretchy, these pockets. But they will fit in there. But so far so good. Really like this. Nice and waterproof too. So that lives in this big front pocket here. I'm sure I've missed a pocket because there's a ton of pockets in this thing. If you did want to expand it, this is where you can expand it. And you can make the bag probably about 2.5 inches deeper, and it makes a massive difference. We have done that when we've wanted to put jackets and things in here, when we went flying or going anywhere else that it mattered. The one thing I will say is it makes them really super heavy though, if you really expanded it and packed it to the max. And the last thing on the outside is it does have, this is in the way, it does have a luggage strap. So that's what we do with it. You can pop it over your handle on your trolley case and just not have to carry anything, which is great for old people like me. So let me open this up and show you what's in here. This does open up like a suitcase, which is great. So it's square for a start, and then opens up completely. So you can really honestly get a ton of stuff in here, because I have done when I put jackets and spare clothes and things in. So in here right now we have James's toiletry bag. Again, you'll recognise the bags have a few of these with different things in. I have the same toiletry bag too. We keep these in the backpack because of course if you're going to the airport and going through security, you're going to have to pull it out. So toiletry bag. This is our medications, or mainly my medications actually. Again, we are old people and we need a lot of medications apparently. Some of these things actually are just if and when I need to take them. I do have an autoimmune disease, so I do sometimes need to take steroids, and there's various things in here that I don't take every day. But again, this works really well. If you were questioned, you know, some countries can be really questionable about drugs and want to make sure that everything is in their proper containers, hence why everything is still in its prescription container with the names on and the name of the drug, and that's really important if you are traveling to certain countries. So we do have a lot in there, but like I said, we don't use everything all the time. And then we've got a couple of portable hard drives which we use. If you have not used these drives before, they are amazing. These are SanDisk drives, and these are solid state ones, and look how big they are. This is a 4 GB drive. Sorry, terabyte. Told you I don't do electronic stuff. It's a terabyte drive, 4 TB drive, and it's so small. And they're in this case, they're supposed to be really indestructible. I didn't believe that, so we've got them in a case too, but there's 3 actually in this case. But that's our drives. Normally there's a laptop in the back, but James has been using it. And at the moment we are carrying this. I don't plan on carrying this forever though. This is my big Nikon 600mm lens. And honestly it's a beast. It weighs like 5 pounds. Simply because we're headed to Alaska and I'm hoping to see wildlife. I am carrying this right now, but it's not going to be a long-term thing. So I believe that's everything for James's pack. There is one other thing, a couple of other things I just wanted to quickly show you that we do travel with as well. So my able assistant is going to hand them to me. These are our travel mugs that we use. They are metal and insulated, Contigo, 24 ounce. We've used Contigo mugs for ages. They do hold on well, although this one looks really battered already. It's really, really scratched. And I put a nice camera sticker on mine. But you could put hot or cold drinks in them, which was really the big reason for getting these and not just a bottle. Like I said, we used to use them when we owned our business. We used to take them to work with us, and they keep stuff hot and cold really, really well. And they have like a lock on too. And they don't have that straw. I can't be the only person that hates those ones with straws that you have to really work hard to get your drink out of. So that's our cups. The next thing is, which is usually in James's backpack, if you are a cold person like I am, I usually sit on the couch with a blanket over me, and I didn't know what to do when we started traveling. What was I going to do without a blanket? So I found this is actually, they say it's a travel blanket, but I think it's really more aimed for camping, if I'm completely honest. But they sell it as a travel blanket. It's by a company called Gravel, and this is actually a bigger version of the original one they did, and they did a Kickstarter for it, and I signed up for it. It comes in this cute little bag. It will fold down to this. However, this thing is like the size of a single bed, a twin bed. It's massive, and although it's really, really thin, it's really warm. It's like some kind of voodoo witchcraft, I think. I don't know how they do it, but it's like I said, like a camping fabric, and it's silky. It is a bit slippy, honestly, would be my only really criticism of it. And it does have a little pouch in the bottom, just here, that you can put your feet in, and then wrap it around you. And there's also like a little kangaroo hand pouch as well, which is lined. The other thing you can do with it, which I haven't done, but you can do, is the pouch part, it will fold into itself to create a pillow. So you could use it as a pillow, or you could use it as a blanket. But like I said, believe it or not, it will fold up into here. And then if you, we've kind of sat on it and stood on it then, once it's in here, and it will push all the air out, and it will actually fold down to about this thick. It will fold down really, really small. So, again, something I've really enjoyed. Probably a bit excessive for some people. You might not want to travel with a blanket, but I did. So I did. And the last thing I'm going to show you, which I didn't show you on my video, is the last thing that I carry, which my lovely assistant can hand to me, is my purse. And he's just reminded me of one other thing that I forgot. In our kitchen sink utilities, we do carry a spork as well. I don't know if I can find it in here now to show you. Here it is. Apologies, I forgot to show you this bag before I move on to the very nice purse that I carry. This little bag, we have these things, which is a spork. So it's a spoon one end and a fork the other end. And then I also have a little cutlery set too, because sometimes you need a knife. So there's a knife, fork and spoon. And they're actually camping ones, which is fine. They're super lightweight. They're made of titanium and they weigh nothing. But again, there's times we've been in hotels and we've said, oh, you know, we want some cheese and crackers. Oh, we've got anything to spread butter with. Well, now we have a knife. Or we were in a room that had a microwave but didn't actually have anything else to have with it, which was a bit strange. You give me a microwave, but I have no crockery or anything to use. So I was able to buy soup, use the collapsible cup bowls, and then use my spork spoon to have it. We also obviously use these for tea as well, for tea bags. So apologies, I forgot those. They're in there too. So now, finally, again, The last thing I carry is a small crossbody purse. This is it's a Coach bag because I had a lot of Coach purses. It's just a really slim, you can see it's really slim. And if I need to at the airport, I can actually fit this in my backpack. I'll be honest, I've just left it over my body and no one's asked me to take it off yet. But that's in American airports, and I think we get away with a lot more in American airports than we will anywhere else. So if I did have to, it will fit in my backpack though. I went for the thinnest one I could for that very reason. If you know me, you would have known I used to own a lot of purses, a lot of handbags, and I sold an awful lot of them before we left, when we sold everything before we left the US. I did keep this one though, and I might have kept a couple more in storage, maybe. Anyway, so in here I keep our sunglasses. Again, an Amazon purchase. This thing is fantastic. I've told a few people about these, and I know I sound like a QVC advert or something for Amazon here, and I don't mean to, but I told a few people about these and they bought them. So it's a double-sided case. So this side has one pair, and then this side has another pair. Clever, huh? So you only have to carry one box, not two. And then we obviously just trade them out when we take our glasses off. I don't have mine on right now, as you can see, but really, really cool. I really like this. I actually have another one as well that has our spare glasses in. So that goes in there. And then I have my little tiny Coach purse, which I just keep a little bit of cash in, a couple of cards, but again, really tiny. Came on this chain as well. So I attach this to my bag, so one, I don't lose it, and two, obviously it would make it more difficult for someone to try and take it out. And then the last thing I have in here, apart from my phone, usually as well, is, let me move these out of the way, is this little bag, which again, guess what? Guess where I got it from? Amazon. And this is really kind of everything that I would want to carry in my purse, or that I would really need on the plane if it was a daytime flight. So in here I've got my AirPods. I always travel with pain medication, so Tylenol and Excedrin, a pen, chapstick, I don't know why I've got two in there, but I have. A little travel thing of Tums, some medication, a hair grip, again, I always have one of those handy, some hair tie things, some arthritis gloves if my hands start to hurt me, another pen, and another pair of those scissors. I told you I got 4, so I dotted them around. And then this will live in the bottom of my bag. I love this bag actually because it's the perfect size to fit in the bottom of my purse, and that will stay in there. And this pretty much covers everything I might need if I'm on a plane, if it was the daytime. So that was a lot, but that's everything we carry for now. We are going to make some changes. We're headed back after our Alaska trip in the next couple of weeks. We are going to be headed back to the UK, and then we're going to be headed to warmer climates. Yay! So that means I am going to change out slightly what we carry, because I won't need to be carrying fleece lined leggings, which will be nice, or sweaters or any of that stuff. I'm going to be able to take different things. I think we're going to tweak it slightly. I think we had James's down pretty good. Mine, yeah, I need to probably take about a third of what I actually took. But this is after 8 weeks. We've learnt lots of lessons already. We've dumped stuff already. We picked up different stuff, but 8 weeks in, I don't think we're doing too bad with what we're carrying. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I know I went on a lot, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.